Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and before we begin, I want to show off a thrift score I just had. Went to a fairly new thrift store over in Burlington, and for $21 I came home with these goodies here. First of all, we've got a 4-port KVM switch. Need to get some cables for it, but that shouldn't be too difficult. A box copy of Microsoft Multimedia Strauss, and it's from 1994. I always like collecting these Microsoft home products. A game I've been wanting to try for a long time that I've heard good things about, Pod. Some kind of oddball thing here, Star Warped, an interactive CD-ROM and online comedy. Looks like it's a parody of Star Wars or something. Really don't know much about Star Wars or anything. I've never been a fan of that, but this looked kind of obscure, so I picked it up. A 40 gig Western Digital hard drive for that Armada E500 Jay sent me. CD copy of Wheel of Fortune. Another Packard Bell My First Encyclopedia and Spider-Man Cartoon Maker CD. I picked this up thinking it was a box of floppy disk, but as I usually am, I didn't look inside before I bought it. It's actually data tapes, which unfortunately I don't have a use for, but I'll hold on to them, you never know. A Connectix QuickCam, color QuickCam, still in the original box. And I was wanting to do a video about this until I brought it home and saw this label right here, for Macintosh. Yeah, probably won't be able to connect this to a PC. Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if I could connect it to this iBook G3, but I imagine this uses the old-style Apple serial connector, which this does not have. It's just USB only, so I'll hold on to it. Might come in handy someday, I don't know. Carmageddon, and the Hardcore Gamer Resource Kit from 1998. I believe LGR made a video about this exact same package not too long ago. It's kind of in rough shape, but oh well. I'll glad to try it out. And an HDMI cable. I'm needing one for a future project. So yeah, anyway, on with the video. Okay, right here is a tale of two PCs. On the left here we've got my Packard Bell Sleeper system that we built about a year ago using a Gigabyte B75 motherboard, a Intel Core i5 3470 CPU, 12 gigs of RAM, a 480 gig SSD from Crucial, 2 terabyte hard drive for storage, and another 1 terabyte hard drive for YouTube video storage. And over here we have my Carolina Flyer, my Windows 98 PC. It's got a 600 megahertz Pentium 3, Intel motherboard, a Voodoo 3 video card, a 40 gig hard drive, and a 15 gig hard drive for storage of games, DVD-ROM, floppy drive, typical setup for that type of era. Oh, and a Sound Blaster All-64 sound card. Now, why do we have these two computers up here on the workbench? Well, I am going to be taking the parts out of my Packard Bell Sleeper here and putting them in this case. Now you're probably wondering what's going to happen to the Carolina Flyer. Well, don't worry, I will still have a Windows 98 custom built PC, well, kind of a custom built PC, in the next week or two. And this is the reason why I'm doing the swap, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what I have planned. But it's going to be something really, really cool, but it requires me to kind of, in a way, discontinue the Carolina Flyer. But this also means that my PB Sleeper here will be housed in a slightly newer case, which will give it better cooling and everything since it's an i5, so I think I'll still call it the Carolina Flyer, but just as a modern Carolina Flyer. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start swapping the parts around. Okay, case is completely empty now, but do not worry, this case is not going anywhere. I have a very, very big plan for it, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. Well, what I intend to do is to put a bunch of the components for my Carolina Flyer 98 build into here, minus the motherboard, because the motherboard that's in it is full ATX, but this case can only take micro ATX. Put all those parts in here, restore it from a Packard Bell Windows 95 Master CD, upgrade it to Windows 98 2nd Edition, hook up a Packard Bell monitor to it. I got a 17-inch one I'm going to hook up to it, put a Packard Bell keyboard on it, and make this into the ultimate looking Packard Bell. From the naked eye, you would think this would be a regular Packard Bell, but instead it'll have all the Packard Bell software and charm to it, but with the power of the late 90s, early 2000s. And I'm really excited about that. I ordered a motherboard yesterday off eBay. Supposedly it shipped today, but I don't have the tracking info for it right now. But I am really, really excited about that. So, anyway, let's start picking apart the Carolina Flyer case. The case has been emptied out. Now I got to get a few more little things before we can start putting my main computer components in here. I need a 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch drive adapter for my SSD to put in here, so I have to go in the house and get that, along with a couple of little bits and pieces, so I will return shortly. Alright, let's get started. It took way longer than I wanted it to, but I think it's done. Hopefully I got the front panel headers correct. For those who are squeamish against bad cable management, I apologize. Hopefully I'll be able to come up with something better later, but for now this should work. Nothing's blocking the fan or anything, which is important. So let's go ahead and hook it up and see what happens. Okay, boy, I'm tired, but got everything hooked up. Side panel's not on yet, just in case, but let's see if I got everything correct. And I didn't. Power strip on, yes it is. It's always the front panel connectors. Why? Why do that? Why am I cursed to never get them right forever? Ugh. Well, I'll be right back. Well, I'm a dummy. It turns out the front panel header for the power switch wasn't even plugged in. But I have taken care of that, so let's hope it works this time. Oh, that's promising. Go to the screen here, see if we get anything magical. I got a PC speaker. We used to not have that on this system. I think the monitor might be on the wrong input. Yeah, there we go. Boy, Windows starts quickly on here. Put in my password. Don't peek. Password is incorrect. There we go. Alright, we are in. Everything is good to go. So, here it is. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give this computer a new name. The Carolina Flyer. Yes, I know, it's the old name of the 98 build that this case once housed, but you know what? I still like the name Carolina Flyer, and I want it to live on. Again, do not worry. I will have another Windows 98 build within the next week or two built into that Packard Bell case. We're going to be building the ultimate Packard Bell, folks, so I want you to stay tuned for that. I'm really excited about that, and this lets me keep this case, which is great, and I still think this is technically a sleeper, so I guess I better go ahead and rename it on my work group. But we are good to go. A couple of things I forgot to mention. This thing right here is a hot swappable hard drive bay that I got with an Amazon gift card I got for Christmas this past year. And down here are some front USB ports, 3.0, that I added in here. It was hard to get into this case, but I managed to do it. So yeah, I'm glad everything is smooth sailing now. So until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.